We're here at the Pit Stop Race Car Shop in Frenchtown, New Jersey, which is the home of Billy Pauch, Flemington's all-time modified feature winner. Bill, you started your racing career in 1975 at the famous Flemington Square. Do you recall that first night in the rookies, kind of what it meant to you and what your experience was?
Well, actually, I tried to start in '74, but we did make one race out there, and the following week when I came back, they found out I was underage. I was only 17, and at the time you had to be 18 in New Jersey to drive, so that was actually my first actual time around the track at Flemington. And you know, we had planned on going to Middletown that day, and we left for Middletown, and we kind of got lost on the way. I wasn't really sure how to get there, and we turned around and decided, well, we'll go back to Flemington and give it a shot to get in. And I did get in, and you know, I did get to run a race or two, and it's kind of real vague in my memory how it went. But you know, my father, he didn't ride up with us, and he ended up going to Middletown. He thought we were there, and we were actually at Flemington, you know. And that was actually my first time there. But the following year, I was legal 18, and I could run there, and we started out running rookies. And it's kind of hard to remember the first exact race, but I think it was a race between me and Roger Lorino at the time. He had one of Norsh's old 81 coupes, and I think he ended up crashing three-quarters of the way through the race, and we ended up winning the first rookie race there that we ran.
Do you recall when you first were planning on driving a stock car, who you talked to? Did you talk to your dad and some of the veteran drivers to get some pointers about running Flemington because it was such a challenging track?
Well, my father, he never had much luck there. He ran there off and on. He more or less preferred Middletown over Flemington because a lot of people didn't like the shape of Flemington. And I remember going in '75, and Dick Havens at the time, he was a pit steward there, and I talked to Dick, and he just basically told me, he said, you know, this place is a square, and just your biggest thought in your mind to keep in there is try to make a circle out of a square, kind of diamond it off and put a circle in a square. And I took that advice, and that seemed to be the best advice I ever got to run Flemington.
And of course, as the years went on, you won race after race there at Flemington, and you began to approach what many considered to be a unbreakable record, the all-time win mark held by the late, great Altaz Nady. And of course, you eventually did break that mark, and again, that must have been quite a feeling for you to take that record, and knowing that such a great driver before you had held it for so many years.
Well, it's something that I didn't really plan on when I started racing there. You know, I mean, you always go out and you try to win races, and with races comes championships. And you know, as the years go on, you put a lot of wins together, and then you start looking at the record books that you might have a chance to beat them. And you know, Tasnady was one of the best at Flemington, and it took me, you know, 10 or so years to get up to beat his record, and it wasn't easy. It was a lot of hard races and stuff. And you know, we had, since Paul Cool took over, he put in a lot more twin 20s and triple 20s and 420s, so that helped the effort a lot to try to, you know, put a lot of wins in the book doing that. But you know, to pass somebody like Altaz Nady and wins and top his record at Flemington was pretty impressive to me.
And Bill, the Flemington fans, they've been great over the years. They're tremendously supportive, and I know they've cheered you on over the years, and you've gotten certainly a lot of support from them in the grandstands every Saturday night.
Oh yeah, Flemington, out of all the tracks I've run, seemed to have the best fan support. I mean, after the races, I'd sit there, and you know, it'd be hours after the races are over, signing autographs and answering everybody's questions. And you know, we'd always have a crowd of people around the trailer, and I enjoy it, you know, and it's good for the kids and stuff to answer all their questions so they understand all about racing, and that they come back every week. But they're a real dedicated bunch there at Flemington as far as fans are concerned.
And here's one of Billy's inspirations, his mom, Anna May, after winning a Powder Puff Derby. And there's young Billy Pauch getting ready to go to the races with his dad, Roy, and the crew. And there's Billy on the tractor. And the next generation, Billy Pauch Jr. What will the future hold in racing for this family?